InFinnity-RP and Mr.G show!
We're back. We're back.
Yes, we're back. We're back. We're going to get on your back pretty soon. Just a minute. Let me pull up my chair here.
Hey, get off our back.
No. Hey, you get off of my cloud.
Hey, you get off my back.
That's the correct. So tell me about this VA victory you had. We need need more details.
How much of victory, but I am declared at least one of the winners out of El Paso. I don't know if I'm the only winner or what. I don't think they even know.
Sounds like another great program by the
VA. Another VA mess up.
Did you see all the people that commented? I posted it on Facebook.
Yes, I did.
Now they're all expecting you to win, and you know.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not going to win, but I'm not sure that I'm going to the finals yet.
But I told everybody you were.
Going myself, unless I think I have to finish in the top 3 songs to go there. I don't know yet.
But you said you won.
I did in El Paso.
Oh, now there's something that goes on before the finals. I thought.
But yeah, here's what
you go to regionals.
I am now up against everybody else in the whole country that won at the other BA clinics. You see.
Well, yeah, I thought that's what the finals were about. I guess they gotta weed them down.
Yeah, they're gonna weed me out.
They gotta weed you down before they let you go to the finals.
Don't weed me out. Don't hit me with a garden hose.
What the hell is that thing we used to talk about? You know, about a rubber hose.
Oh, no.
Beat yourself with a rubber hose. I don't remember what that was about, but anyway.
That sounds dangerous.
Just a little bit dangerous. So.
Oh, but my old friend Leonard Thomas says, I want to see that video. Hey, I haven't even seen it myself.
Well, did you see my comment? I said, if you go to the finals, I'll definitely go there and record you.
You will have to drag me there on an airplane.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, so that means I got to go down south. When is the finals?
We better not fly Lufthansa.
We'll fly Finn Air.
Finn Air, that's better.
In the Finn Air. Finn Air flies in the thin air.
The Finn Air. Hey, that's a good ad, guys.
Yeah, that is.
Finn Air will fly you into thin air.
Yes. I wonder if Finn Air has come up with that one yet. Hey, Finn Air, have you come up with that? You fly in the thin air? Thin air? Over there, over here, over there, over here.
Well,
you know what?
Give them a call. We need to
They don't even fly here in the Cleveland area. If we want to take Finn Air, we've got to drive up to Toronto, Canada.
Is that right? We have to go to Toronto?
We have to go to Toronto. We have to go to Toronto pronto to get Finn Air in the thin air to get over to Finland. I got to tell you something.
The VA finals to Finland.
Finn Air is not cheap. But you fly like you're first class, you know, even though you're classless. Anyway, Finn Air, there's a little plug for you. I don't know what good it's going to do you, but there it is. Take it for what it's worth. So,
well, how many millions of viewers have we got now?
I don't know. If we keep, doing our show without a participant on one end or the other, that's not going to go well. I mean, you should have been here last night. You can't take what would you call it, a sponsor and boogie off. Come on, you got to do the show first.
What sponsor?
You said David was your sponsor last night.
Dunkin' Donuts was one of them.
No, you said last night David sponsored you to go to the casino. Don't lie to me. I know where you went.
Well, that's what I said.
Well, you can't do that when you got a show to do. The show must go on. I went on without you. I didn't know.
I knew you would. You don't care about me at all.
I do too. I was trying to get a hold of you, but you didn't answer the phone.
Oh, I emailed you, said I wasn't going to be there.
I
You
didn't
didn't
check.
listen.
I didn't check my email till after the show. So there you go.
I knew you wouldn't. I tried
Well,
to call
you know,
your Magic Jack your Magic Jack phone, but you didn't answer.
That's because I don't hang out in that room anymore. Maybe I ought to put the Magic Jack phone in the other. No, then it'd bother me at night. I ain't gonna do that. Sorry.
I did leave you a message on that.
You know, you could have called my cell phone.
I don't know what your other numbers are anymore.
But I got that phone when I was with you down in
What
El
time?
Paso. Remember? I went to Walmart. By the way, I bought that Nokia smart ass phone for $48. I can't even put it on my at Walmart. I bought it at Walmart, and Walmart will not let me put that phone on their plan as a second line. I was like, what? It's AT&T, and that's I says, but it's sponsored by who the hell is their thing now? T-Mobile. T-Mobile. So I can't put and I couldn't set it up on Skype because my Microsoft account has a phone number of a phone that I don't have anymore. I can't verify it. Even though I could log into my Microsoft account, that wasn't good enough. They wanted a verification by a phone. What's going on in the world, RP?
Oh, a lot of bad news.
You would be in serious trouble because you got a phone that doesn't do text messages or anything. You got the old landline, phone. You ever wonder why those phones still work when the power goes out?
Sometimes they don't.
What do you mean? I've never had a time where a power outage was and my phone didn't work, my old landline phone.
And now you're drinking another yinga-linga-linga-linga, ring-a-ding. Ring-a-ding.
But that's for me to know and you to find out. Yes, it's another Yingling. Yingling. You know, it's very hard to spell that name, but it's an old German name. Somebody brought that formula over here from Germany. That's why it's Yingling Lager beer. Lager. Well, it's lager. It's not even beer. It's lager. It came down for the slaughter. By the way, your head is cutting off at your mouth.
Well, it's time for our nightly comical song titles.
Oh, comical song titles! Did we get any submissions?
Time for us to think of some.
Well, I thought you asked people the other night to send in their suggestions, And
Yeah,
did you check to see if anybody...
Get your money with it.
Did anybody respond? Huh? Did anybody? Anybody out there?
Ask them to send in their raha.
Raha! Yeah. Well, we don't have a way for them.
Ha.
We don't have a way for them to send their raha in. It's just another little tidbit we got to take care of somewhere down the road. But Carlos can help me with that. His charity has a online bill pay, or you can make payments. So he can help me set that up.
I'm starting to forget all my comical song titles anyway.
Well,
I'm getting Alzheimer's. I can't remember my song titles.
Well, let's try to think of one off the top of our head. Let's do a subject. Let's see. Oh.
Oh, I got a good one that me and Rocky thought of, nobody named Rocky. You're playing with my heartstrings, but I don't like the tune. Next.
Yeah, how about this? You're playing with my heartstrings and you tuned me out.
Come up with a new one.
Well, I saw a joke about tuning. I know somebody put a joke on Facebook about a fish. Oh, when is a fish? It had to do with tuning, and the punchline was somebody tuna fish. Tuna fish.
Well, tuna fish are usually out of tune.
Well, I think that was the setup line was what fish is out of tune or needs a tuning? The tuna fish. Tuna fish.
Tuna. The big tuna, Tony Accardo.
And then my response to that was, well, I'm a tenor. I usually sing 10 or 12 miles away. That's an old joke. I know it's an old one, but, they recycle every now and then, So, what have you been doing for the past couple of days, RP, other than hiding out from everybody on Facebook?
Calling and complaining.
How come you didn't like or respond? I looked at all the likes. You aren't in there. I'm like, what is he, falling off the face of the earth? Off the face of the book?
All these congratulations.
Hey, that's right.
I didn't know how to do it.
Pressure's on.
How to do it.
How to do what? Hit the like button?
Tell them RP says thanks for all the congrats, but there's nothing, I haven't won anything yet.
Yes, you did. You won in El Paso.
Yeah, well, that's maybe not that hard to do, unfortunately, but it's hard to say. I have no idea how many other people were in there, but no idea.
Well, did you see even our glorious Biggie responded to you?
Yeah, I did see that, yes.
Yeah.
Biggie. Oh, I talked to Shammy the other day. She told me to let you know that we talked. I don't know why she wanted me to let you know. She's mysterious.
I see. She failed to call me, but she told you to tell me.
I talked to her probably Wednesday or Thursday night, somewhere in there. She called me like about 1:30 in the morning my time.
Really? Well, that'd be 3 in the morning her time. She never answers when I call her at 3 o'clock. She never answers when I call her at 3 a.m. What's up with that?
I didn't call her. She called me.
I know, but I call her. If she's up at 3 a.m. calling you,
talk to you,
how come she's not up? I've called her earlier than 3. 2, 1. Well, she's busy, I guess. She will talk to you on the phone when she wants to talk to you on the phone. Hey, we could do a call-in.
I told her I was too busy to call me back next year.
Next year.
But I'm through making all the movies I've been offered, and all the songs, and all the recording, and studio time, and the interviews, and I just don't have time for you average people.
Well, come back to us commoners, please. The common man.
What commoners? I don't know any. I'm rather from the family of royalty,
Yeah, family of royal flush.
Royal flushes.
Yeah, flush you down the toilet, you know what I mean?
Oh, now it's our time to do There Will Never Be Another. And my next name is There Will Never Be Another Steve Allen.
Say what? Say what?
Your turn.
Well, there'll never be another RP.
Yeah, but nobody knows me yet.
Well, but they will. Well, the point is, here's my point. There will never be another anybody. We are all unique human beings. Even twins.
That's my point.
Even twins are different in many ways.
Some well-known people, but
yeah, but
I'll think of another one.
You know what?
Think of somebody that
you know what?
Anybody
watching this video may not have ever heard of Steve Allen. Maybe Tim Allen.
That's bad. They should have.
Hey, is Tim Allen related to Stevie? Steve-O. What did
Name somebody.
Name somebody? Hoss Cartwright. Don Blocker. How's that? Is that a good one?
The only problem was he wasn't even a real person.
Dan Blocker?
Dan Blocker, of course.
Oh, yeah, he was a real person.
Yeah, I know.
And so was Hoss Cartwright. Oh, yes, he was. I saw him on TV all the time.
Oh, okay.
It's like Lauren.
Made him a real human
it's
being.
Like Lauren Green was actually.
What about
What the hell was
Little
his name?
Joe?
Little Joe.
Joe Cartwright.
Joe Cartwright, yeah. Yeah.
Who portrayed Little Joe?
Pressure pushing down on me, pushing down. I can't think of his name.
Michael.
Michael Landon. Yeah, he was on Little House on the Prairie, and
You got it.
yeah. What was his sidekick in Little House on the Prairie? The guy with the beard. You know the.
Well, I think the actor's name was Victor French.
Yes, that's right.
I don't know what his name was on the show.
Well, I wasn't asking what his name was on the show. I don't remember.
Well, he was also with him in Highway to Heaven.
Yes, I know. Highway to Heaven. I wonder if that's where Michael is now these days.
Hey,
It is.
Ed was telling me something that he thought of the song title, something called Dark Side of the Moon, but he was saying he thought someone else might have wrote that. Was there a title with that name? By some rock group out of the 80s or 90s or 2000s?
Rings
Dark Side of the Moon?
Yeah, wasn't that the guy that did the brick wall? The group that did the brick wall, you know, what the hell is their name?
Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd?
Pink Floyd, that's right! I think they did the Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with that. Which side is the dark side of the moon?
Yeah.
The side facing the dark.
I mean, the sunlight doesn't get back there.
No, no, it never gets back.
We must get out our
That's
science
why it's dark.
Get out your science books.
It's kind of like the dark side of the earth. You know, it's always dark. But because the earth rotates on its axis, you know.
Axis of evil?
It's just like, you know, people talk about sunrises and sunsets. The sun isn't rising or setting. There's just turning. To every day, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. To every bit. You know, that was a Bible verse, it is. You know, a time to sow, a time to weep, a time to get the hell out of here.
Time to get out of Dodge.
Who was that? Who did that song?
The Boyds.
The Birds! Yes, the Birds.
Not the Birds, the Boyds.
The Boyds. No, it was the Birds. Yeah, that was the first time I ever heard a 12-string guitar. It was quite awesome, you know. Made quite a sound. I like that a lot. It's like when the Beatles introduced the sitar, you know, from India. It was this big old guitar with a long neck. Big fat old neck. I don't know how you play that, but, you know. Did you ever have to play that when you were taking music in college? College.
Who knew? I never had.
No,
nobody had one of those around.
You just had to play the regular axe, huh? Did you have an axe to grind when you played the axe?
Yes, I was grinding it all day long. Playing the axe is quite a grind. Did you know that?
Did I know what?
Playing the axe is quite a grind.
Yes, I'll bet it is. You know, I like to do the bump and grind when I'm on the dance floor.
Well, they say
Oh,
an
yeah.
axe to grind.
Yeah, well, grind your axe. You know, that sharpens it, you know, when you grind your axe. Then you can.
See, my axe is
Then
ground
you
to the
sharpen
ground.
it so much
Ground to ground.
you can split the hair of a gnat.
What's that?
You can split the hair of a gnat, an eyelash of a gnat. That's how you know your axe is very sharp, Dave. But first you got to find a gnat, and they're not easy to find because they're little creatures, you know. Speaking of gnats, that's what Mr. G is going to be when we start doing our rants. I'm going to be giving you a gnat rant.
Hey, I know a gnat
A
really
gnat
quite
rant.
well. You know who?
Who? Nat King Cole?
There you go. You got it.
Oh my God, we're thinking alike.
Gnat
We's
King Cole.
in serious trouble.
Kind of a gnat, you know.
Yes, he was a gnat.
He was always ranting.
And his daughter, Natalie.
Natalie.
Natalie. Natalie. No,
look at
you know what?
that.
You never thought about that
Look,
before,
man.
but now I know where she got that name. From her dad.
Okay.
Nat and Natalie.
Yeah.
I never put those two and two together before. And I'm a
Like
mathematician.
That's like Elvis and Elvisa.
Wasn't that Elvira?
What's Elvis's daughter's name? I forgot.
Lisa.
Oh yeah, Lisa Marie.
Yes. You know what I learned today? I was on Facebook again, and I saw the Cisco sign, you know. Cisco is a technology firm. And the person who posted it said, "Did you know that Cisco started in San Francisco? That's how they got their name." I didn't know that.
So, and you know who his best friend was, don't you?
And who?
Pancho.
Otto Cisco?
Were they Cisco and Pancho?
Oh, Cisco and Banjo, I see. Yes, I wonder. That's what I always thought Cisco was named after, was Cisco from Cisco and Banjo. Oh, Cisco! Oh, Banjo! Yeah!
Well, they were like Red Ryder and Little Beaver.
Little Beaver?
Little Beaver.
Uh,
Guess who portrayed Little Beaver?
What girl was that?
A young guy portrayed Little Beaver in the TV series.
His name wasn't Little Beaver. It was Beaver. It was just the Beav. They called him.
Little
They
Beaver.
called him the
He was portrayed
Beav.
by Robert Blake.
Robert Blake.
Portrayed Little Beaver in the old TV series Red Ryder.
Oh my God.
Yep, true story.
I thought you were talking about Leave It the Beaver.
Heck no.
Oh well. You know what? The star of that show should have been a female. Leave It the Beaver.
Yeah, but it was Red Ryder and Little Beaver.
I ain't never heard of that.
Red Ryder
I ain't never heard of that
by
show.
Wild Bill
I
Elliott.
think you're making that up.
Yes,
You're just
of course.
making that up. Red Ryder and the Little
I'm making
Beaver.
this all up.
Why?
Everything.
Why was he named?
Follow me.
Why was he named the Little Beaver? Did he wear a little beaver hat?
I think so.
Ah.
I have no idea why. Because he was an Indian.
Well,
American.
Oh, I see. Well, then he wouldn't have had a beaver hat on. He would have had a headdress, with feathers or a feather. You notice the Braves only had one feather, and the chief had a whole headdress of feathers. I wonder why that is. Explain that to me, please.
Well, it's like General MacArthur. He had 5 stars, and the others didn't have any.
Like who?
Well,
General Eisenhower had
didn't have
5
any
stars
on
too.
your-
I just learned that he had the 5 stars when I was down there with you last. I didn't even know that he was a 5-star general. I thought there was only one 5-star general in the military, and I thought it was Ike Eisenhower.
Mein Heidel.
Ike.
Yeah.
Hey, was Ike a center when he was in football? Ready, Ike.
Ike. Hey, you can imagine if Ike played center, there's the Ike.
Ready, Ike.
Ike. 1, 2, 3, Ike.
There's a hike from Ike. And we like the hike from Ike.
Hey, do you think Ike ever hitchhiked?
I don't know, but I know he spiked the ball.
Spiked one, yeah.
He spiked. Hitchhike, a-da-doo-dee-doo. What was that song about hitchhiking? I can't remember what it is. They don't do that anymore, You never see a hitchhiker on the road. They're too afraid. Because, you never know who's going to pick you up. Ted Bundy was a hitchhike picker-upper. Although he only picked up young women. Why would a young woman be hitchhiking anyway? That must be crazy. Man, we change topics faster than we can flip-flops, you know what I mean?
don't know what you.
We just go with the flow. Wherever the flow. Oh, remember Flo from Alice's restaurant? No, that was at Alice's restaurant.
Kiss my grits.
Kiss my grits. Hey, you kiss my grits. If they're hot grits, bad to burn your lips.
Kiss my grits.
Kiss my grits. What was the name of that joke? Just Alice? Was it Alice? And they had the cook guy who owned the restaurant. Mel! Yes, Mel!
Mel's Diner.
Mel's Diner, that's what it was. It was Mel's Diner, not Alice's Diner. Alice's Restaurant was a movie done by Arlo Guthrie. Back in the day, you know. Do you remember that movie?
Oh, no, it was before my time, you know.
With Arlo... Wait a minute, you just talked about...
It was before my time.
You just talked about a Red Ryder thing that I don't even remember. Arlo Guthrie did Alice's Restaurant. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a song he did. Didn't he just do a song about Alice's Restaurant, and then they did a movie about Alice's Restaurant or something? I don't remember. But it was done by Arlo Guthrie, one of the great country western singers. Or he was a folk guy, right? He was a folk singer. I wonder if Bob Folk became a folk singer. You remember old Bobby?
Bob Folk, hey, he was kind of a hopeless.
Hey, I just realized Bob Hope was name is Hope. He was a hopeless guy. Did you know he got his start in Cleveland, Ohio? Bob Hope did, yes.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
And guess what? There will never be another Bob Hope.
Never be another Bob Hope. No. They don't even do the U.S., you know, when they went overseas and did the USO tours and that. What the hell was that series called? I forget.
Oh, yeah, he did a bunch of them, yeah.
Yeah, but didn't they have a special name? You know, the Bob Hope USO.
USO tours. USO tours.
Yeah, but didn't they have a special name? I can't remember.
I don't know.
But you're Mr. Know-It-All. I just act like Mr. Know-It-All.
Oh, I know it all, but now then I forget what I know.
Yes, I know. You know so much, you forget what you know.
Yeah.
I know how that goes.
What did they call it? All I can remember is just USO tours with Bob Hope and other people he had with him on that
Didn't
show.
you just call it the Bob Hope Show or the Bob Hope? Bob Hope for the hopeless?
I can't recall really. But
Yeah. Anyway, the troops were excited when Bob Hope would come overseas and bring all these sexy chicks with him, like Lonnie Anderson. Remember her?
who?
Lonnie Anderson. She was one of the first blonde bombshells. Yeah,
WKRP.
I guess.
WKRP.
Yes. WKRP. Cincinnati. Yes. I like Howard Hessman in that show. He was cool, Mr. Dude. You remember old Howard? I can't remember what his name was in the show, but anyway. Anyway, we get off topic. We didn't finish a topic, and we're off to another one. What's up with that? And our show is almost over with, for God's sake.
Well, we could do a second
Time flies.
episode. We could do a second episode if you want to.
The second episode? When would we do that? Right after this episode?
Yeah, if you want
Concludes?
to.
If you want to. The problem is my hand is freezing to death. It's still
Yeah.
cold. It's still cold down here. Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what happened this morning?
Did you hear what happened this evening? Did you hear what happened?
Did you hear what happened this morning?
Yes, but did you hear what happened tonight?
No.
Kentucky lost.
Really? Who beat them?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin! All right, Wisconsin. Kick their ass. Yes.
So guess who's playing who Monday night for the title? Duke and Wisconsin.
Oh, you mean Michigan State lost the Duke?
Yes, they lost to
Duke,
Matter of fact, they lost by 20 points.
Duke. They lost by 20 points to Kentucky?
Yes.
Wow! Hey, Kentucky, you had a good run, but guess what? You ran into a buzzsaw with the cheeseheads.
them Wisconsin Badgers, those Wisconsin Badgers.
The cheese. Well, I guess the cheeseheads technically are the Packers. I thought it was anybody from Wisconsin. They're bad. The Badgers are bad. Yeah, they're going to kick Duke's ass. You watch and see. Yes, they will. That's my prediction. Wisconsin.
Down to the final minute, I predict.
Wisconsin shall win the game. I guarantee it. They will crush
I
Duke.
predict it will go down to the final minute.
They'll win by another 20 points again. You know.
Right, yeah.
Oh, hey, that'll be 2 national championships by a Big Ten school. Awesome.
But
Big Ten.
I would not be unhappy if they won.
Well, I hope not. You know, Duke's won it too many times. You know, it's time for someone else to win. You get tired of seeing Duke all the time. Duke is always there, and I get sick and tired of it. I'm getting sick and tired of it. Anyway,
the RP Mr.G All-Stars.
What's our words of wisdom for this evening? We're about out of time, yeah? Wait a minute. I see we're at 31 minutes, so we got a couple of more minutes. Something to come up with. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to tell you what happened this morning. Before I went to bed, I looked outside, and it was snowing. No, not that! Not that! And then Wayne posted a picture of the sunshine this morning. It was sunshine this morning, but it was snow on the ground. Not much, but, you know, it's like, what is... And I posted something on my Facebook page because I went to the Weather Channel to see what the weather.com, and it said there was a 0% chance of precipitation today. I said, hey, weather.com, did you look outside the window? The weather was wrong already. It started snowing. Started snowing before midnight, for God's sake.
I didn't hear your words of wisdom.
Don't believe in the Weather Channel, okay? They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. That's my advice to you people.
My
Have you ever
words
noticed?
for the evening are, when you do black magic, make sure you're in the dark.
That's very good advice, RP. I'll take that. I'll write that one down.
Hey, we've got to write that song.
When you do black magic, make sure it's dark.
Black magic.
So you mean photographers, for people that process photographs, would be perfect for that, right? Because it's always dark in the dark room. They perform their black magic on the photos, you know. All right, well, I think that's about it for this evening. We shall wrap it up, and thank you, everybody, for joining us on the RP and Mr. G show. We will see you again next time. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Hey, we have to come up with our own theme song, RP. Get with it. You know, start writing one. A short, well, like the Happy Trails.
Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye, my friends.
Maybe they're not our friends. They're just, you know, fans. They're just voyeurs. Goodbye, my voyeurs. Thank you for peeking in on us this evening. All right, well, we're over, so we'll let you go, and we'll see you mañana. Mañana. Adios, and have a good day. Love you all, and thank you for joining us this evening. Good night.